Hello, I'm Brian, and I'm FH, I always forget, LU5, and today I drove the Dodge Dart. This is the SXT model. This is, I would say, has all the options I would want on the car. Just a happy coincidence. I like the color a lot. This is only a couple thousand more than the base price. And as my uncle always says, it only takes a few more dollars to go first class. 5 people would be tight back here, but it counts. All in all, you know, 5 people, there's 5 seats, there's 5 seat belts, there's 5 headrests. It'll be a tight fit for number 5, but I never said it had to be comfortable 5, I just said it had to seat 5. Hey, this is a nice car.
You know what? I'm really impressed with the inside so far.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Fit and finish is solid. It seems all usable. It drives really well. The steering wheel itself, I'm holding onto a steering wheel. It just feels like it's like the hard plastic. It just feels like they just grabbed it out of the parts bin, and the shifter is, you know, it's whatever, it's there. But everything else in the interior was fantastically designed. You know, they had the perforations where your radio is, but it's not the standard issue circles. Everything is facing the driver. This is a driver's car. Notice how the steering is facing you, controls are facing you. It's not overly complicated. They have a real clean setup right here. So there's not, like, you know, the CD slot. Instead, they moved all that into this center console, which is a kind of a, I guess, an innovative way of doing it. It looks small on the outside, but it's actually pretty good size on the inside. It's definitely a fun car to drive.
Now for a brand new car.
It drove really well. I wouldn't say it wasn't too powerful.
How's the power feel?
Adequate, that's what I'm saying. For the size of the car, I wouldn't say it's, you know, it's not going to blow the doors off anybody else, but it can get out of somebody's way if need be. It braked really, really well. Steering was really tight. Suspension was great. We were on these roads that were horrible roads, and it was, you know, handling the bumps, you know, appropriately. Dude, look at this. There's some sort of skid plate on the bottom of this thing. Although you can't see it, there's a piece of plastic that goes under, almost under the entire car for an aero effect, which gives it probably 35 miles per gallon. This is the engine, the multi-air 2.4 liter, which I don't know what that means per se, but just looking at the motor, it's actually pretty accessible. Battery's easy to get to. All your fill, you know, containers are easy to get to. Your alternator, really easy to get to. And obviously, if you're gonna work on the car, it's always nice to have that confidence that, okay, when it goes bad, because it's gonna go bad eventually, you can replace it relatively easy. This is the back of the car. I moved the seat to be incredibly comfortable for me if I was, you know, 6'2", 6'3", which means that obviously your passenger, your back passenger, is not gonna be that comfortable. Make sure they sit on the passenger side. Cubby holes, that's a 4. That's good. You have cubby holes, you have cup holders, you have another compartment right here. I mean, it's just, as far as the cubby holes go, this is fantastic. You can haul a lot of small stuff. This is your review camera. It's a little higher. Gives you a little more range of view when you're backing up. I'm relatively impressed with the accessibility of the trunk and the ability for the seats to fold down. You actually have quite a bit of space. The seats fold down, so in case you want to throw probably not a kayak, but a snowboard would be fine. This particular car does not have the spare tire. In lieu, they put a air compressor with the what do you call it, sludge or slime or whatever it is, which I think is a little better just for most people, just because most people don't know how to change a tire. And base price $18,495. And then the optional equipment of touchscreen is only $600, which is actually not bad. Anyway, $21,725 is not a really bad price considering the car you get.